Yo, what is up, guys? It's Chase Oliver 68 here, bringing you another video. And hey, look, classic pay-per-view reviews. They're back! Yay! Yay! Man, I just got off work and I said, you know what? Time to throw up another classic pay-per-view review. You guys remember how it works. All you do is comment a pay-per-view and the year. And if you have a similar pay-per-view interest, you thumbs it up. You just basically say, yeah, I agree with this person. My dog, Biggie, he watched the show with me, and he said it was garbage. He said, I did not like this show. It sucked. And now it's time to talk about the show. No Way Out 2007. Quick little question. Where did this pay-per-view was located at? Well, it was located at the Staples Center. And I attended there. Yes! Fuck yeah. No Way Out 07. But was it the show I was expecting? Well, let me tell you one thing. The dark match was Shelton Benjamin versus RVD, and that was the shit. It went on for like 12 minutes, and it was the shit. Biggie says he wished he could have saw the dark match, but he couldn't see the dark match. And no, little Chris, R-Truth is not on this show. I don't understand it either. But anyways, let's get started. The show opened up with a six-man tag team match featuring the current United States champion at the time, Chris Benoit, with the current Intercontinental champion at the time, Jeff Hardy, facing off, and his brother Matt Hardy, facing off against Eminem with Melina. Well, technically Melina is part of Eminem, but Johnny Nitro, who would later become John Morrison, and Joey Mercury with the mask. This was right after, like, you know, he got base planted. Remember that shit at Armageddon 06, I believe? Holy shit, man. He got fucked up. And they were teaming with MVP, who still had the Fireburns. This was like a casual six-man tag team match. Literally, when I was there live watching it, the only time people cared is when Jeff Hardy and Chris Benoit were doing shit. Matt Hardy doing shit was like whatever. But when Chris Benoit came in, that's when the match really picked up from there on, you know, because Benoit was doing like double suplexes. He was doing all these cool suplexes. And that was pretty much the match. MVP tapped out. I mean, Joey Mercury tapped out really quickly because MVP was kind of getting a push to the United States title, and they didn't really want to hurt Nitro. So, yeah, pretty much that's about it. Next up, we got a Cruiserweight Open. This Cruiserweight Open was... It was alright. As for the Cruiserweight Championship, you know, the Cruiserweight Championship was barely defended at all, you know, around this time. Like, no one, you don't understand. And pretty much, you know, the match opens up with, I think, Sky Too Hotty versus Shannon Moore. And then they have a little exchange, and Sky Too Hotty wins. And then Jamie Noble comes, and Jamie Noble is pretty much doing pretty good until he loses to Scotty. And then Funaki, Jimmy Wayne comes in, and he keeps on winning and winning. And then Chavo Guerrero, oh yeah, by the way, Gregory Helms lost in this match, but he was a long-serving Cruiserweight champion at the time. And then Chavo Guerrero comes in as a last-second replacement, and he wins the Cruiserweight title, and it was like, oh man, Jimmy Wayne Yang didn't fucking win it for me. Jimmy Wayne Yang didn't win it for me, goddammit. And Chavo Guerrero won with the Cruiserweight title, and we all know what happened with the Cruiserweight title later that year. Whew! Let's get on to the next match. And this was actually fun to watch live. Little Boogie and Boogeyman taking on Hornswoggle and Finlay. This was actually the first time like Hornswoggle really talked. And it was kind of weird because now he was through a stage where he couldn't talk, and now he can talk again. Like, what the fuck? But anyways, Hornswoggle talked and said he was afraid of Little Boogie before. And really, to be honest, this match was just kind of weird. I mean, it was funny to see the midgets alive, but other than that, there was nothing really much to talk about. And it was just kind of lame. It was really lame. Next up, we had Kane versus King Booker. Kane versus King Booker, actually, surprisingly enough, was a pretty decent match. I made a King Booker sign, but it didn't make it on TV because I guess WWE didn't want to put it on TV. But it was a pretty damn good match between the two. I really did enjoy it. Kane and King Booker were kind of feuding from SmackDown a little bit because Kane interrupted something that King Booker was doing, and Kane pretty much beat King Booker. Yeah, this was like when Booker T was almost done with his WWE career, and, you know, he won the World Heavyweight Championship, he lost it to Batista, and then he started losing to Batista and Cena, and then he lost the Royal Rumble in quick fashion, and then blah, blah, blah. Yeah, let's just move on. You know what happened with King Booker. So, Kane got the win there. And from there on, we got a tag team matchup. Now, when I was there live for the tag team matchup, I actually went to go get food because I didn't care about this tag team matchup. Because originally, the tag team matchup that was supposed to take place was supposed to be the Fatal 4-Way Armageddon rematch in a ladder match. So it was supposed to be Paul London and Brian Kendrick versus Eminem, versus the Hardy Boys versus William Regal and Dave Taylor. Well, Dave Taylor decided steroids and got busted. So I didn't get to see that match live, which pissed me off, so I didn't care about this tag match. But when I watched it on DVD, this was actually a pretty damn good tag match. I enjoyed myself watching this tag match. Paul London and Brian Kendrick were definitely an interesting team. Deuce and Domino, they were an okay tag team. I didn't really see much into them, and I'm glad they didn't win the straps here because I would think it would be a little bit too soon. So I'm glad London and Kendrick got the win, but this is a pretty decent tag team match, but nothing too much to write home about. Now it's time to talk about the most disappointing match of the night. Bobby Lashley versus Mr. Canada! And really, this match sucked. It was such a bad match between these two. I mean, it's like the ECW championship, and it doesn't and Kennedy gets disqualified. Like, what? This is supposed to be the ECW championship. I know people could be like, it's WWE ECW. I don't give a shit. If it's named the ECW championship, it should be a goddamn hardcore match. It would have made it 10 times more interesting. Like my brother and my mom, they were like, oh, we're getting souvenirs. And I said, just get me a Ken Kennedy shirt. I'm going to go watch the match. And boy, what a great decision that was. I went to go watch the match, and I was sitting there chanting, we want nachos. We want nachos. Fuck, I was chanting, bring Kobe Bryant out there, let the Lakers play during this fucking match. It was garbage. It was just plain garbage. Not a good match at all. We had this Diva Talent Invitational, and the guy who was the host of it was The Miz. And the only good thing about this segment was Ashley took off her shirt. Her tits were being covered by Playboy bunnies, and we got to see like the Playboy cover go pretty fucking sick. Then we get on to the main event, and really the main event was the only thing. If this main event did not happen, I think I wouldn't have sat through the bullshit. I think I would have left. My mom was kind of mad with the show because she thought it sucked. My brother didn't care. He was just like, oh, there's no Randy Orton. And I was saying, yeah, there's no Randy Orton. Oh, there's no Triple H. Well, he got injured. Oh, yeah. Where's Batista? He's coming on later tonight. Okay. So that's pretty much what my brother was. And the main event was World Heavyweight Champion Batista teaming up with his opponent at WrestleMania, The Undertaker, facing up against World Tag Team Champion Shawn Michaels with his partner and World Tag Team Champion and WWE Champion John Cena. And a tag team matchup just between the two WrestleMania main events. This was a fun matchup. This was a really good matchup. If you haven't seen this matchup yet, definitely check it out. It's not like a great work, but it was so much crazy live. Like, this is how it go. Undertaker was getting cheered no matter what. Shawn Michaels would get cheered if he was facing Batista and John Cena. Batista was getting cheered at all times, except when he was facing Shawn Michaels. And John Cena, no matter who he fought, was getting booed. So, it was a crazy matchup, just cheering, booing. I'm like, oh my god, this is such a good matchup between these guys. Like, this was a fun matchup. And then the ending came, and Batista was like, spinebuster to Undertaker, Michael super kicks Taker, and then afterwards, Cena lifts up for the AA, and that's how the show ended. And then it ended with Batista looking on Undertaker, was like raising his World Heavyweight title, and it really did send a good message for Batista to look really good for WrestleMania because, at the time, Batista, he was believable. He was way believable. I thought he could do it to ending the streak of The Undertaker. And then we saw the matches that Batista and Undertaker put on. I mean, come on. They were fucking awesome matches. So, in all honesty, No Way Out 07. This was my first live pay-per-view, and it was terrible. Let me tell you. This show right here, fuck it. It's garbage. This is garbage. I can't believe I sat through that shit live. I swear. The only good thing about this was that I got to commentate a match with Michael Cole in that fan access booth. That's the only good thing about it. Other than that, this show sucks. This show is garbage. Do not watch it. Just watch the main event. Do not watch it. If you want to watch the Cruiserweight Open, go right ahead. If you want to watch the opening, go right ahead because that's a pretty damn good match. But other than this, all of this piece of shit card should not exist. It is terrible. It is goddamn terrible. Do not watch it. Skip this pay-per-view in your 2007 collection. Just watch the main event, like I said, or the opener. Or hell, maybe even the tag team match. But skip it. It is not worth your time. It is not worth 3 hours. I sat through this because I wanted to review it to tell you guys, stay away from it. Stay away. Do not even put it in your DVDs. Don't put it in your PS3. Your PS3 might go, psh. Hell, my PS3 controller died. While watching this show, and I said, PS3 controller, you okay? I tried to plug it in. It wasn't charging. So now I'm down one PS3 controller because of this damn show. This show is a curse. Do not watch it. Avoid it at all fucking costs. This show is an example of a bad show. But on a side note, this was also the last brand show ever. See, I can say that I went to the last SmackDown Presents WWE No Way Out show. So that's cool. Even though it fucking sucked. Anyways, like I said before, comment down below. You know, what pay-per-view you want to see, and just leave a thumbs up. Check out the Chilling with Chase podcast featuring the Mr. Justin323. If you want to be a guest on the Chilling with Chase podcast, get a Skype, get a working mic, and message me on YouTube, and we'll work a time out. Thank you all for watching this video. Stay away from this show. Fucking garbage. And I'll speak to you all later.